I traveled through Naruto and became a classmate of the two of them. But my whole body is broken because I know they are both talented. And I, just a jackass with no talent whatsoever. Just but one day. But I suddenly awakened to the talent magnetic strip system. Not only does he have the Otsutsuki bloodline, and he also successfully opened the reincarnation eye. Since then, he has become the most talented person of this era. I just walked into the ninja school at this time. I changed the light curtain in my mind. Look at the entry about my talent above. I can't help but fall into memories. I awakened the talent entry system when I was 1 year old. In addition to being able to see bubbles on others, I can still see the light curtains in my mind. The light screen not only displays my personal information, there is also a gift package for newbies. It can copy someone else's talent entry. In this regard, I originally wanted to use it on celebrities without hesitation. After all, he is the protagonist of this world. And he also inherited the immortal body of Datong Muyuyi. But just when I was about to look for him, I suddenly thought of it. Datong mushed people outside the earth just because he has pure blood of the Datong Mu clan. This purity gives him the gift of immortal bodies, and he can also evolve his Byakugan into the reincarnation eye. Such amazing talent and chakras, even more exaggerated than Akito and Sasuke. So I'm going to use the gift package on him, although he has been living on the moon. But I know, as a child, he would follow his father on a pastoral journey. It was the day Hinata held her 3rd birthday party, so I took this opportunity. I used the only copied entry on him. Now, I saw the red message of Otsutsuki's bloodline on the light screen. I knew what I was doing was right. The levels of talent entries are divided into white, green, blue, and purple. Gold dread grade. But this is just a level I figured out on my own. As for the levels above red, I don't know yet. In the next 3 years, not only did I put the Chunin qualification rate, upgraded to Super Shadow qualification gold, and also unlocked the full attribute body proton, even under the influence of Otsutsuki's bloodline. I even rolled my eyes, but I'm not allowed to think too much. I have already arrived in the classroom. The classroom is already filled with freshmen of the same age. Most are accompanied by family members, and am alone. I glanced around intently. In my sight, bubbles of different colors appeared around everyone else. Ninja qualification white. Chakra controls my gaze. Over the crowd, just frozen in a solitary place. Little girl sitting in the middle of the long table. The moment she saw me, there was a hint of surprise in his eyes that could not be concealed. The corners of my mouth are slightly raised. Go directly to her and sit down. Meet again. I turned my head and looked at her. She is indeed the eldest lady who dares to run away from home. The entrance exam is not difficult for you at all. Is Aoi-kun. Shushin's cheeks and ears instantly turned red. He lowered his head and poked his fingers in panic. Don't dare to look at me at all. We'll be roommates from now on. Please give me more advice. Classmate Chu Tian. Chu Tian subconsciously glanced at me sideways. Then he quickly retracted his gaze as if he was electrocuted. A voice as loud as a mosquito's replied, Please give me more advice. Is Aoi-kun. He has no idea that I'm looking at him right now. A hint of heat all around him. There are 5 bubbles floating impressively on the dazzling red bubble in the center, clearly printed with White Eyes Emperor Princess red. This is exactly what I was 3 years ago. Blood at Hyuga Hizashi's funeral, specifically waiting for him to run away from home. And the real reason for deliberately approaching him. My Otsutsuki blood plus her Byakugan princess. As long as the 2 poles are unified, they will be. It will definitely make me wake up completely. When I reincarnate, I hold my cheek with one hand. Tap your index finger on the table. Hinata is the eldest daughter of the Hyuga family. There are always guards around you. It's almost impossible to be alone with her. I have to think of a foolproof plan. Just when I was thinking secretly, the classroom door was pushed open again. I stopped tapping my fingers. Looking past Hinata, I stared at the two figures who just walked in. Uzumaki Neruda, Uchiha Sasuke. Above their heads, the same dazzling red light is suspended. Immortal body red. Immortal's eye is red. Look at these two true sons of destiny. I narrowed my eyes slightly. The chakra belongs to Otsutsuki in the body. It seems that because of this fateful encounter, begins to surge uncontrollably. Hello, classmates. My name is Umino Iruka. I'll be your class teacher from now on. As the school bell rings, a young man wearing a green vest walked onto the podium. The self-introduction phase then begins. From the lively Yamanaka Ino to Uzumaki Naruto, who arrogantly shouted that he wanted to become Hokage. Everyone's character is vividly displayed. When it's Hinata's turn, he stammered and whispered, "My name is Hinata. Please give me more advice." Such a shy and timid look. If not in the ninja world, I'm afraid it's easy to be isolated. Hello, everyone. My name is Ize-oi. I got up. Say your name calmly. Although the introduction is simple, but my pretty cute face still attracted the attention of many girls. Feeling those precocious hot gazes, I was secretly speechless. As expected of the world of Naruto, the book distribution process further confirmed my thoughts. In addition to Chinese mathematics, there are also biomedicines and chemistry. What's more important? Iruka sent one, a scroll recording the chakra extraction method, and issued a stern warning before the end of the observation period. If you are unable to extract chakra, you will be dismissed. These words frightened me, many civilian students, but I just scanned the whole place. Then I know they are worrying too much. Can enter the general, except for the ninja children. Obviously, all of them have thorns starting from white. Many people even have green Chunin qualifications. What caught my attention the most was Haruno Sakura. His ninja qualification is only green, but chakra control, it's actually as high as bloodstain level purple. This shows that if there is no chance to change one's fate against the odds, Chunin is his limit. And once you seize the opportunity, he can soar into the sky, just like Hinata. Empty has the qualifications of the red white-eyed emperor princess, but only Junin. First semester classes were boring. Morning cultural class. Throwing practice in pay class in the afternoon. After confirming that there will be no physical martial arts showdown in the near future, I will no longer use my body to go to school. With the huge chakra brought by Otsutsuki's bloodline, no matter how long my shadow clone lasts, or the ability to resist being hit, they are far superior to their peers. I let the shadow clone take me to class. The main body used the transformation technique to transform into a boy, practicing wind escape in the outdoor training ground. Gale Palm Glade, my pretentious seals. The violent wind spurts out from the palm of your hand. Yes, pretentious. The terrifying thing about Otsutsuki's bloodline is that, in addition to auxiliary ninjutsu, I don't need any seals to perform the 5 elements escape technique. This is not only an incredible talent, it is also a surprise weapon in future battles. Time flies. The first semester ended in a blink of an eye. In these 3 months, I used my shadow clone to maintain a gentle persona in the class, mingle with classmates, especially Hinata. We are already friends. She also knew. The one who accompanies her to class every day is just my shadow clone. Noon the day before holiday. It is rare that I bring a lunchbox with me to school. Sitting with Hinata. Hinata has a day off tomorrow. How are you going to live? I asked casually. You should still practice at home. Hinata shook her head emotionally. Father doesn't allow me to go out at will. Since that kidnapping incident, He must be accompanied by an escort when he goes out. Don't worry about this. I leaned close to his ear. I told you my plan in a low voice. Remember, you have to be more proactive tomorrow. Otherwise, my plan will definitely be discovered. Feel the heat in your ears. Hinata's face turned red instantly. I can't even hold my chopstick steady, nodding blankly with a blank mind. Look at his silly look. I flicked his forehead mercilessly, repeated the plan again. Hinata covering her forehead. Finally, a glimmer of light flashed in my eyes. Summer vacation officially begins the next day. I used the transformation technique to take on the appearance of Yamanaka Ino, arriving at the gates of the Hyuga clan with great swaggers. Hello, my name is Yamanaka Ino. Come and hang out with Hinata. We made an appointment yesterday. I smiled sweetly at the doorman. The plan went surprisingly smoothly. As the eldest lady of the Giuletti family, Yamanaka Ino's face is big enough. Not long after, Hinata trotted out. As soon as I left the Hyuga clan, Hinata's voice trembled with excitement. 16 Yi-jun is so good. We succeeded. Be calm and careful. There are guards following. I reminded with a smile. Take him all the way to the field training grounds. After confirming that no one is tracking, I lifted the transformation spell. Today I will teach you a trick. I looked at Hinata with a serious look on her face. Learn this. Practice at home when you get back. Your father sees your progress. I probably won't stop you from going out in the future. I want to reveal Hinata's red entry. You must increase the chances of being alone with him. This requires him to prove his worth to the family first. I walked to a big tree. Hands formed a seal. Gather chakras in the soles of your feet. In Hinata's shocked eyes, I stepped on the tree trunk with my feet, body parallel to the ground, walking step by step as if walking on flat ground. The top of the tree is called climbing a tree with your feet, an excellent way to improve chakra control. I stood on the tree trunk and looked down at him. As long as you master this, whether it's the 3 lives technique or the shadow clone technique, it's easy for you. Can I really learn it? Hinata is still not confident. Don't underestimate yourself. You are the eldest lady of the Hyuga clan. I jumped off the tree, patted her shoulder. Go try it. Don't be afraid of falling. It'll catch you. I paused. There was a hint of half-truth and half-false ridicule in his tone. If you are left too far by me, I won't wait for you. This sentence seemed to hit Hinata's weakness. She nodded vigorously. Yeah, look at his firm eyes. I know the first step of the plan is done. Deaton stood under the thick trunk of the tree. Knit your hands into a sweatshirt. Chakra shimmers in the soles of your feet. He took a deep breath. Tentatively, he raised his right foot and stepped on the bark of the tree. The soles of the feet are firmly attached like glue. His tight little face relaxed. Then the left heel. First step, second step. His body hangs lightly in midair. However, at the moment of taking the third step, his face suddenly changed. The chakra suddenly dissipated under my feet. The whole person fell straight to the ground. I opened my arms. Hold him firmly in your arms. 16 Yi-jun am sorry. He lowered his head, eyes filled with self-blame. The tree trunk can be sucked on the first time. Already very remarkable. I put her down gently, patted her shoulder. Go ahead. Don't be afraid of falling. It'll catch you. The encouraged girl nodded vigorously. Sealed again. Step on tree trunk. This time, she reached step 8 steadily, only to lose balance again. Unexpected. She didn't scream this time. There is even a trace of expectation in the closed eyes. I took advantage of the situation and held her princess in my arms. Look into her eyes and admire. It's only the second time I've reached this level. Hinata, you are such a genius. She finally showed. Yan Huangxio's eyes sparkled with an unprecedented light. Regain the confidence of the white-eyed princess. finally showed the true talent of the wealthy bloodline. Fourth attempt. She climbed to the top of the tree as if walking on flat ground, looking at the girl waving excitedly on the tree canopy. I smiled and nodded. Well done for throwing out the real purpose. Let me teach you next. You, the Hyuga clan's acupuncture master? The innocent Hinata nodded obediently. I had no idea how cruel the next special training would be. The whole long summer vacation, I've been using Yamanaka Ino's transformation technique, bringing Hinata to the theater in a fair and honest manner. Every physical duel, knock him down without mercy, then used sophisticated medical ninjutsu to heal his injuries. In such extreme high-pressure actual combat, alternating with gentle comfort, Hinata completely lost her original cowardice. Attacks become more decisive and fierce. The style of Akra is precise and ruthless. Even team leader Hyuga, who was secretly monitoring, after witnessing such an amazing transformation of my daughter, they also selectively acquiesced to our offers. In this unilateral crushing guidance, my harvest is equally rich. Not only did I thoroughly understand the secret technique of acupuncture of the Hyuga clan, more from Hinata, successfully stripped out to talent entries, blue entry chakra control, and the purple entry bloodstain sacrificed white eyes. I know that integration alone. Ordinary Byakugans cannot reach the threshold of the reincarnated eye, so I decisively broke down the purple white-eyed entries. With more than 1,000 points credited to your account, I changed the light curtain in my mind. Without hesitation, point your fingertips towards the blue chakra. Upgrade plus sign after control. 999 points evaporated instantly. The blue light on the magnetic strip suddenly exploded, transformed into brilliant purple. That moment, I can clearly feel the flow of chakra in my body become like an arm, with purple control. All advanced forbearance. Art to me. Only the accumulation of chakras remains. September 1st with the breeze of early autumn. Ninja School ushered in its second semester. In order to reveal more entries, I finally used my body to sit in the classroom. In the afternoon gymnastics dual class, I applied directly to Iruka. Teacher, can I fight a Chiha Sasuke? But Iruka said that he had to adapt to random actual combat. Dismissed on the spot. After school, the setting sun by the Nand River stretches the shadows of the trees into long. I blocked Sasuke, who was about to run home. Sasuke comes to fight. If I'm not interested, I'll go home and practice with my brother. Sasuke, who has not yet experienced the baptism of the night of genocide. There is only longing for my brother in my eyes. Rejected without hesitation, I ran away, watching his back disappear at the end of the street. I narrowed my eyes slightly. Forget it. I'll let you rest for a few months. Wait until that bloody night comes next year. You become a vengeful demon. I will never refuse any opportunity to become stronger again. I slowly turned around, looking across the empty playground. It fell on the group of students who were still packing their school bags. In my sight, the top of each of their heads, all suspended with white and green shimmering bubbles. Just beat them. These magnetic strips will become my stairs to the top. I twisted my wrist. Fingered bones make a crisp sound. The real hunt has just begun. Animal Husbandry, December 21st, 1954. Heavy snowfall. The second semester ended quietly. This half-year physical dual class let these first-year freshmen lose their immaturity, but it also gave rise to the most common bad habits in ninja schools, bullying to Sasuke. Therefore, such aloof geniuses are always the easiest to arouse jealousy. And this jealousy, they often implicate the weak around them. After the snow stops, Hinata is wearing the white snowman outfit I suggested, with shoulder-length twin tails, running out of the clan as usual, arriving outside ninja school, waiting for me in the open space. What he doesn't know is danger is approaching. Is that guy a member of the Nayas tribe? The monster with white eyes definitely didn't run away. Teach him a lesson. 3 senior boys. They surrounded Chu Tian with malicious expressions on their faces. Some people even reached out and tried to press him. Kneel down and apologize. Faced with this sudden malice, Chushin did not tremble like in the original work. His eyes suddenly turned cold. The little hand wearing a white glove suddenly poked out, index and middle fingers together, with lightning speed. Click on that boy's chest. Just heard a scream. The boy fell in pain in the snow. Hinata's figure hasn't stopped yet. Movements as fast as after images. 2 precise acupoints in a row. The other 2 boys also screamed and fell to the ground. No unnecessary nonsense. No chakra is used. Just pure finger power and precise acupoint strikes. Let these 3 bullies cry bitterly. Run away. Hinata, you looked so handsome just now. I walked out from behind the tree. Laugh and applaud him. Looking at Hinata, who is soft on the outside and strong on the inside, she instinctively fights back. I feel a sense of accomplishment in my heart. Half a year of extreme training. I successfully changed the fate of this white-eyed princess. Let's go tracking. Go to the old place to practice. In an abandoned training ground, the dull sound of beating is endless. In order to train Hinata to hunt cattle across the mountains, chakra control, I specially asked him to wear a thick snowman suit. Fight with me. I will perfectly defend against his attack. Knock him away without mercy, and he will deliberately sell a flaw at the right time. Let him know how to inject chakra into my body. Sense of success. This kind of pain and sense of accomplishment. High voltage training with repeated horizontal jumps. Let Hinata's actual combat ability skyrocket exponentially. After the special training, I used basic medical ninjutsu to heal his injuries. Then take him to ice fishing and grilled fishing. I've discovered it a long time ago. Hinata is the same as in the anime. Has the terrifying properties of being a big stomach eater. A large appetite means amazing digestion and absorption capabilities. This will be converted into physical energy far beyond that of ordinary people. And chakra amounts. In order to make his future strength ceiling higher, I always prepare a lot of food. Let him eat with an open stomach. Time flies. Winter vacation is over. The spring semester of the 55th anniversary of animal husbandry officially begins. As the academic exams in March approached, I started using ontology frequently to attend classes. On the one hand, in order to bring Hinata out in an open and above-board manner, I must win the title of chief student, prove my worth to all ninjas. With my current strength, it's so easy. On the other hand, I know how dangerous Konoha is this year. That 13-year-old boy, Uchiha Itachi, is about to raise the butcher knife. And the man wearing the mask, he may also sneak into the village at any time. In order to prevent Hinata's white eyes from being stared at, I must proceed with caution. Special training in the wild has been temporarily suspended. March 20th, the academic year exams are coming as scheduled. Is Aoi-kun? Come on! Hinata, who came to the classroom early, confirmed that I was the main body, eyes full of longing. We strive to win first place and second place. Come on together. I responded with a smile. Hinata today already have the strength and ambition to compete for second place in grades. Cultural classes in the morning and shuriken throwing in the afternoon. There's no suspense for either of us. As long as in the next physical martial arts duel, Hinata is not a match for me. The second place is what he has in his pocket. On the playground, Iruka-sensei took the list and loudly announced the battle. Arrange the next round of dueling. 16 Knights versus Naruto Uzumaki. Heard this name. Uzumaki Naruto surrounded by the crowd, holding his head in despair. How could it be 16 Knights? It's doomed now. And I slowly narrowed my eyes. Finally, I got a match. This is the son of destiny who has the 9 tails hidden in his body. Can match Naruto Uzumaki? I can't contain my excitement. Before that, it seems that there is some kind of law of cause and effect at work. In 10 duels, half of it is Naruto and Sasuke fighting each other. I can't touch him at all. Otsutsuki blood red, although it was given to me. Chakra as huge as the body of an immortal. But if Naruto's entry cannot be revealed for a long time, it's a pity after all. Hold back your excitement. I walked to the center of the field, looking at the famous person opposite who is clenching his teeth and paying full attention. I raised my index and middle fingers and smiled, saying, "Please give me more advice." The celebrity was stunned for a moment. The originally tense nerves are instantly relaxed. In this village full of blank looks and indifference, he seemed to feel my equal kindness. He nodded vigorously. My eyes have become determined. Please give me some advice. The 7th round of the showdown begins. Iruka-sensei gave the order. Naruto's attack routine is simple and direct. A random punch. In my Otsutsuki bloodline, in front of the super insight given by, the moment he raised his shoulders, I've already predicted all his moves. I turned slightly. The back of his left hand easily deflected his straight punch. At the same time, the right fist comes out of the hole like a poisonous snake, accurately printed on the left side of his face. A dull thud. Naruto fell to the ground, but he didn't give in as easily as others. He got up and rushed towards me again. I have no mercy, although the force of each punch and kick was reduced, but still accurately captures every flaw in him. Naruto's clothes quickly became dirty. His face is also covered in bruises. But even if you get beaten unilaterally, not only did he attack silently, instead, he became more and more focused, even gained experience in battle, trying to change that unorganized routine. Is this the ability of a child of destiny to grow in a desperate situation? Capture a fatal flaw. I decided to end the fight. Duck and squat. A clean sweeping kick knocked him down. My fist stops at him. A swirl of blood above the tip of the nose. Naruto loses the ability to fight. The winner is Ise-oi. The moment Iruka announced the results, the purple bubbles around Naruto suddenly burst. A ray of purple light shot into my body. Immediately afterwards, a transparent crystal formed around him again. Cooling bubbles. I suppressed the urge to check the panel immediately. He stretched out his hand to Naruto, who was lying on the ground panting. Naruto smiled sincerely. "You are awesome. Let's have another fight next time." Naruto was stunned, then grinned. Grab my hand and stand up for 16 nights. You are indeed very powerful. But next time I'll never lose again. We look at each other and smile. Seal of reconciliation. Back to the team. I immediately summoned the light curtain. The long-awaited ding sounded in my mind. You get the talent entry vortex bloodline fusion. I decompose. I don't hesitate to merge. Although the red immortal body did not explode, but Uzumaki bloodline is also the best. This means I have awakening Kagura, mind Vedra blockade, and physical healing. The possibilities of these 3 top auxiliary skills. The next few months, I achieved undisputed full marks in all subjects, won the title of first-year ninja school's top student, and Hinata under my half-year training. Practical combat capabilities have improved by leaps and bounds. Defeated Uchiha Sasuke and secured 2nd place in grades. When we saw the results in front of the bulletin board, Hinata smiled happily and rolled her eyes. She finally proved her worth to her father. I also completely won the privilege of going out freely. After entering 2nd grade, the course is still boring. I let my shadow clone take me to class again. The body stays at home. Utilizing the Muji talent of Otsutsuki's bloodline and purple chakra control, successfully developed Rasengan in just 1 week. This is just me developing a new ninjutsu super hurricane ball. First step. But before that, I have to wait patiently, waiting for a big event to happen that will shock the entire ninja world. Waiting for that makes me unscrupulous. When to test ninjutsu in the wild. Konoha 55th, May 15th. Dusk. My shadow clone is standing at the school gate, watching Uchiha Sasuke quietly, the figure running towards the Nand River in a hurry. The sunset on the horizon is as red as blood. A pale full moon has risen quietly. I know after tonight, that arrogant but cheerfuler Zuzi will die completely. Instead, will be a person who exudes the aura of cold revenge. Uchiha Sasuke, who is desperate for power. Next morning, a piece of news that could cause an earthquake in the ninja world, like having wings, spread throughout the streets and alleys of Konoha. The Uchiha clan, the most powerful family in Konoha, by his clan's eldest son. The 13-year-old Uchiha Itachi wiped out his clan overnight. Spies from major ninja villages are lurking in the darkness of Konoha. The Uchiha clan has been passed down for thousands of years. Actually, overnight. Slaughtered to death by the 13-year-old Uchiha again. This water is very deep, but it also gave me an excellent dormant period. A week later, Sasuke, who fell under the kaleidoscope illusion, returns to the classroom. His whole body was like a broken and cold blade. Girls gathered around in the past, shocked by his gloomy aura. No one dares to come near. At this time, this scarred right hand will only bow to pure power after school in the afternoon. He walked straight to me. Do you want to have a fight on the 16th night? I looked at the fragility and stubbornness in his eyes, raising the corners of his mouth in feigned surprise. You were not interested in my invitation to fight back then. What now? I figured it out. Stop talking nonsense. Are you afraid? He was coldly provocative. He desperately needs to defeat me as the chief student. To prove the glory of Uchiha, I took him to the abandoned training grounds of Chonky. Looking at the scorch marks all over the ground caused by the 5 elements escape technique, Sasuke's pupils suddenly, he finally understood. I suppressed him. It's not luck. It's a crazy tempering technique that far exceeds that of ordinary people. Or a duel without rules. I asked about duels without rules. He didn't hesitate. I'm secretly ecstatic. An all-out fight to the death. The probability of revealing advanced terms is the greatest. We step back, forge a seal of opposition. The next moment, Sasuke rushed towards him like an arrow from a string. I dodged sideways. His left leg was like a long whip swiping at his face. He raised his arms hastily, losing balance instantly when blocking. Completely fell into my combo rhythm. Open your arms to the left and right. The shadow of my fist tears through his defenses like a torrential rain. He was beaten so hard that he kept retreating. Powerless. Finally, I caught the flaw. A sharp roundhouse kick knocked him away hard. Sasuke gasped violently as he fell to the ground. His expression suddenly became distorted and crazy. He obviously thinks of me as Uchiha Itachi. Uchiha Itachi, I must kill you. Fire release how fireball technique. Huge scalding fireballs tearing through the air. Roar and hit me. I can't help but reflect. Exhaling suddenly. Wind escape and wind cutting techniques. The violent transparent blade roared out. Split the fireball in half like a hot knife through butter. The aftermath severely tore Sasuke's clothes apart. Blood splatter. He screamed and fell to the ground. Fall into coma. I stepped forward. Palm lights up. Medical chakra. Attach his wounds. A sudden crisp sound exploded in my ears. I suddenly raised my eyes. In the aura surrounding Sasuke, a dazzling red bubble bursts, turned into a bloody beam, directly between my eyebrows. It's actually red. Ding, you got the talent entry. Immortal eyes. Fusion, I decompose. Fuse me. suppressing the ecstasy at the corners of my mouth. The first death battle revealed Indra's ultimate strength. Because of the power at this moment, I have transformed into the second Otsutsuki Indra. Soon Sasuke slowly woke up. He touched the shallow-healed marks on his chest. The gloom in his eyes turned into a hint of heart. Yu Cheng is convinced that I lost. He gritted his teeth and admitted. I patted his shoulder. Reach out and pull him up. You're pretty awesome too. I thought I was the only one in the class who knew the 5 elements escape technique. I took advantage today. Let's fight again next time. He looked at my indifferent smile. The defense in my heart finally loosened. He held my hand back hard. Seal of reconciliation. I will never lose again next time. Same moment. Inside the Hokage's office. The third Hokage Sarutobi Hiruzen, watching it all through a crystal ball. Exhale a puff of smoke. Smiled happily. The new leaves are beginning to sprout. Konoha, July 23rd, 57. Inside the Hyuga clan tunnel. The crisp impact sound is endless. Rolling air waves. 10-year-old Hinata and Hinata Neji. A fierce physical battle is going on. The fingertips of both sides are wrapped with blue flames. Every collision hides murderous intent. After dozens of rounds, deadlock broken. Pachushin's eyes flashed. Take advantage of the moment when Neji reveals his flaws and means like the wind. Accurately inject chakra into his acupuncture points. The chakra in Neia's hand instantly collapsed. Immediately afterwards, Chushin's combos fell on him like a violent storm. The end of a set of smooth acupuncture points. Chu Tian put down his posture. He said softly, "Brother Ninki, thanks for the advice." A hint of relief flashed in the eyes of the Hyuga clan not far away. Then he straightened his face. Tell Neji, who fell to the ground, to go ahead and treat him. It's the patriarch. Neji lowered his head. Cover up the unwillingness in your eyes. Turn around and leave. This is not the first time Chushin has defeated Neji. These past 6 months, his strength is growing at a crushing rate. Purple chakra control, coupled with high-pressure special training day after day, allowing him to completely secure his position as the heir of the clan. After the assessment, Hinata holds hands with her 3-year-old sister Hanabi. Run away happily. Come to me. Onii-chan, I want to ride high. The first sight of pink and jade-carved fireworks. I jumped up. In my sight, there are extremely luxurious words floating around Shao Hanabi. The most dazzling one is the golden white-eyed emperor princess. This potential is simply a weakened version of Hinata. I smiled and raised the fireworks above my head. Let him ride on his shoulders and go shopping with Hinata. Since Hinata's mother passed away, our twosome turned into a threesome. Jushin doesn't want his sister to make the same mistakes he did. Take her out to me as soon as you have time. After sending the sisters home, my shadow clone is behind the waterfall of Nan's River, carrying out a secret practice. 2 years. I finally completed the first stage of Super Hurricane Link. Keep the Rasengan at a huge volume without collapsing. This is comparable to the amount of chakra in the Daitama Rasengan and rotation speed. If there is no purple chakra control, it's simply impossible to do. My ultimate goal is, inside this huge ball of energy, integrate 5 more. A small spiral pill infused with 5 attribute changes. Once successful, this will be the ultimate killing move that surpasses the S-Class. Time flies. 60 years of Konoha. At the end of March, our most special new generation. Graduation season is finally here. Mr. 16 leaves. Get up. There is a graduation exam today. The gentle call wakes me up. When I opened my eyes, the baby fat had already faded away. Slim Young Fields is leaning over and looking at me. Waist-length hair hanging down like a waterfall. There is a faint purple light in the white eyes. I couldn't help but smile at Hinata. Have you grown up again? Only then did he realize. How fascinating is your posture, exclaimed. With his face flushed, he clutched his collar tightly and ran out. Is Aoi-kun? Go wash up quickly. I brought breakfast. I walked into the bathroom smiling. The boy in the mirror has clear outlines. A pair of deep blue eyes under my thoughts. Instantly turns pure white, also glowing with a faint purple light. And my temples no longer have the same veins as they used to. I squint slightly. Swap out the light curtains. Host 16 nights. Talent entry Otsutsuki bloodline, red immortal thigh. The white-eyed prince is red. 6 qualifications red. Blood sacrifice Byakugan gold chakra control gold. Whirlpool bloodline. Full attribute constitution medical genius blue. Holding back laughter for 6 years. My panel is ridiculously luxurious. For top red terms, let me become the ultimate British shield. And chakra monsters. What's more important? 2 years ago, the red-eyed prince and queen burst out from Hinata. My Byakugan is nourished by the huge shield of chakras. Not only did the field of vision expand to a terrifying 80 kilometers, the level has transformed into gold. I touch the corner of my right eye. Feel the faint throbbing deep in your eyes. It's almost time, I murmured to myself. The first fetal movement is coming. The prince with both fairy eyes and white eyes. The speed at which I awaken my reincarnated eyes will definitely surpass Otsutsuki on the moon. Didn't Shirin say it yesterday? Exam today. It won't take long. No need to bring me food. I closed my eyes and walked out of the room, in front of the dining table. Hinata has already laid out the exquisite lunchbox. Impolite. Sit down very honestly. Have a great time. What I didn't want to do. Hinata explained with a chuckle. But the fireworks started earlier than me. I specially made a lunchbox for you to win the exam. I looked in the lunchbox. Seaweed rice balls carefully decorated with shredded radish. Great appetite. My sister-in-law's pain has not been in vain these past few years. Hinata opened the refrigerator naturally. Pour a glass of milk for each of us. He is extremely familiar with this set of moves, as if this is his home. The truth is almost the same, although I have never set foot in the Hyuga tribe. But Hinata and Hanabi, I have long regarded this place as my second home. There are even spare keys. After breakfast, Hinata and I walked side by side to school. In 6 years, I have grown to 1.63 meters tall, among peers whose average height is only 1.5 meters, like standing out from the flock. And Hinata next to her, with the amazing appetite of the big eater and high-intensity special training. He is also 1.5 meters tall, even wearing a loose windbreaker. It's hard to hide his impressive curves that are far beyond those of his peers. Is Aoi-kun Hinata? Good morning, still so inseparable. The classmates passing by all joked. Hinata lowered her head shyly, cheeks flushed. As the only actual combat devil in the school, the other one is me. His acupuncture skills made countless classmates frightened. This makes him extremely popular, and at the same time, it has become a natural shield. Helped me fend off countless wild bees and butterflies. Come to the classroom. The atmosphere is rare and dignified. Even Naruto, who is usually the most out of the box. I sat quietly in my seat today. After all, today is the graduation exam that determines your fate. Page 16, it will be my turn soon. I pushed open the door of the examination room at the end of the corridor. Iruka and Mr. Mizuki are sitting behind the long table. Let's get started. Iruka smiled gently. It was my hands that instantly formed a seal. Cloning technique bang bang. 2 clouds of white smoke dispersed. 2 romper folds. They are all identical phantom clones of mine, standing impressively on both sides. Iruka and Mizuki look at each other, nod with satisfaction. Passed again in forehead protector. Perfect transformation. Congratulations! You are a Genin from now on. I tied the forehead protector on my left arm. Walk out of the teaching building. Hinata and other students who passed the exam on the playground are getting together. Waiting for a fight on page 16. Sasuke comes over, eyes burning. I've been beating him up almost every week these past few years. Completely wiped out all the entries on his body and Uchiha's ninjutsu scroll. Today he already opened the Sharingan on the night of genocide. Strong increase in strength. Stop fighting now. I smiled and shook my head. Divided into equal classes. Follow the guidance of Jinin training. Let's see each other's growth over time. Sasuke thought for a moment. Suppressed the fighting spirit. Nodded. After taking the file photo, we walked out of school. The door was crowded with parents who were looking forward to it. Sasuke looked at this scene. Eyes darkened, turned into an afterimage, and disappeared. And I received exclusive cheers. Sister Oni-chan. Here, here. Wearing a yellow-brown kimono. Little Hanabi with waist-length hair. Waves desperately in the crowd. She is 7 years old. What has been released is like a delicate porcelain doll. Develops extremely quickly. As tall as Hinata. I smiled and half squatted down. Steadily catch the fireworks that rush into your arms. Oni-chan, is this a scary forehead protector? He touched the iron plate on my arm curiously. Then he made a request naturally. Let's celebrate by having hot pot today. I still want to ride high. How old are you? Hanabi, don't do this again. Hinata scolded with a red face. No problem. I just put Hanabi on my shoulders. Even if Hanabi is as tall as me, I also let you ride high. Hinata sighed helplessly. His eyes are full of doting. The three of us walked to the market chatting and laughing. I know in the dark canopy, the guards of the Hinata family are watching all this silently. This is also the tacit understanding between Hinata and Hinata. He is responsible and strict. I am responsible for pampering. Night. After eating and drinking, the three of them were having fun on the sofa. Rest your head on my shoulders naturally. Listen to the voice saying, Izatoi-kun. It seems that only Naruto in our class has not graduated. Yes, I played with Hanabi's braids. Casually perfunctory. His chakra control is too poor. Cultural classes are also a mess. Failing might be a good thing for him. Hinata nodded in agreement, but he and the sleepy Hanabi in his arms didn't even notice when I was talking. The meaningful arc in the corner of the mouth failed. That's just the signal that the gears of destiny begin to turn. Early morning. I still wake up to the gentle call of Hinata's. Opening your eyes. The girl's delicate face is closed at hand. After losing tenderness, her wide-length hair falls like silk into her white eyes. A faint purple light flows. I turned over suddenly and pressed her under me. Put your hands on her ears. Looking at her condescendingly, is Aoi-kun. Hinata's face instantly turned red. There was even white steam coming out of the head. His eyes were so panicked that he didn't even dare to look at me. Look at his cute appearance. I couldn't help but lower my head and peck him on the forehead. Then he quickly got up and went to wash up, leaving him alone and confused. A pure white one-piece robe specially customized early last year. Wearing a black belt. In the wide cuffs. A white storage wristband filled with ninja tools. When I walk out of the room, Hinata's beautiful eyes lit up while she was sitting at the dining table. Heartbeat speeds up again. White robe deepens. It made me completely fade away from the shadow of a civilian orphan. Added a touch of noble and cold temperament. Eat the exam-winning bento prepared specially by Hanabi. Hinata and I walked side by side to the ninja school. 6 years. I have grown to 1.63 meters, standing out among his peers. Next to her, Hinata also reached an astonishing height of 1.5 meters. Loose white trench coat. It can't cover up her proud figure at all. Page 16, Hinata. Good morning. I wish you are in the same class. The classmates passing by laughed at me. I smiled but said nothing. Hinata lowered her head shyly. The whole school knows that we are inseparable, plus taking the top 2 spots in the grade. This invisible pressure already let those crazy bees who want to surround me. The butterfly retreats. Arrive at the noisy classroom. We just found a seat and sat down. Haven't had time to speak yet. A figure that attracted much attention sat next to me. I said hello casually to Sasuke. Uchiha Sasuke looked at me. There is a trace of expectation in the eyes. Wait until the class is divided into classes. I really wish I could be in the same team as you guys. I smiled and shook my head. I also want to be in the top 3 of my grades. It's impossible to be divided into a group. Otherwise, everyone will take the exam. There is no need to play with other teams. Sasuke sighed with regret. Hold your chin with both hands. Just then, a flash of dazzling orange suddenly breaks into the whirlpool of vision. Naruto squatted directly on the table in front of Sasuke. He moves closer to Sasuke. Those blue eyes, the same color as mine, narrowed into a slit, staring at each other closely. Sasuke looked cold, without hiding the disgust in his eyes. Looking at this fateful confrontation, the corners of my mouth can't stop rising. The show is about to begin. Naruto is so rude. Sasuke-kun, hurry up and deal with him. The girls not far away were excited, but in the next second, the boy sitting in front of Sasuke was in the mood for conversation. Push your elbow back sharply. The defenseless Naruto. His body was pushed forward by this force. He hit Sasuke straight away. The two people's eyes instantly widened like bells. Under the collective petrified and disbelieving gaze of the girls, Naruto and Sasuke's lips were firmly pressed together. I resisted the urge to whistle. Hinata was even more shocked and covered her mouth with both hands. A few seconds later, the two of them bounced apart like an electric shock, kneeling on the ground and retching like crazy. I will definitely kill you. Sasuke's murderous roar. But it was never his turn to take action. A black shadow instantly enveloped Naruto. The girl support group headed by Haruno Sakura went completely berserk, pulled Naruto off the table, dragged it under the podium. A brutal mixed doubles match began. Have mercy. The morning fog is everywhere. Naruto's pitiful pleas for mercy echoed throughout the classroom. But I stood aside and watched with cold eyes, waiting quietly. The name that will decide the fate of everyone's. It's good to be remembered. Everyone, go back to your seats and sit down. Start dividing classes immediately. Iruka Sensei's voice ended this chaotic farce. Girls, don't. Return to your seat willingly. Naruto was carrying a bag on his head. He sat down behind me dejectedly. It's quiet in the classroom. Everyone holds their breath. Congratulations on your successful graduation, Iruka. I looked around with pleasure at this group of students who had been teaching for 6 years. Next, start dividing classes. Group of 3. Follow the guidance and take office. The first group of practitioners read out the names one by one. The girls' sighs of disappointment could be heard from time to time in the classroom. They couldn't be in the same group as Sasuke. I also lost my relationship with this famous person. The faint hope of the chief student forming a team. Class 6 Inuzuka Kibarushino Hinata. Hinata heard this combination. A golden light flashed in my eyes. Sure enough, the third Hokage made a choice. He gave up on the Inuzuka clan, decided to invest in me, a civilian with no background. Chief Shangyu's secret push to Rizu, plus the potential I showed, ultimately led to the decision. Class 7 Haruno Sakura Uzumaki Naruto. Naruto jumped up excitedly. Sakura looked hopeless, but the name that followed instantly revived him. Uchiha Sasuke. Sakura raised her hands excitedly, looking at Ino provocatively. in exchange for a lot of eye rolls and gnashing of teeth. Minako, Class 8, Sawanohara, page 16. Minako sitting in the front row of me. He waved his fist excitedly, aroused a lot of jealous looks. End of class division. People appear one after another on Naoshima, take away their respective teams. A guy with a hot body and a red-eyed lady with long black curly hair appear at the door. Class 8, come out and I will be your guide. I said goodbye to Naruto and Sasuke. Walked out of the classroom with Minako Sawano Jinichi. Hinata looked at my leaving figure. A trace of unconcealable loss flashed in his eyes, but calm soon returned. Yesterday Hong took us to the outdoor training ground. My name is Ziri Hong, good at illusions. After he briefly introduced himself, his eyes swept over the three of us. Now it's your turn. I spoke calmly. 16 Nights is good at ninjutsu. Know a little bit about medicine and perception. Like to practice. The dream is to become an excellent ninja. Minako and Sawano Haraichi. They also gave brief introductions one after another. Shi Ongli Hong nodded. A golden light flashed in the eyes. Very good. We'll still be here at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. We're going to have a survival drill. The theme is Snatching War. My opponent is me. After saying that, he turned into an afterimage and disappeared. Is Aoi-kun? What should we do? Minako asked nervously. I leaned on the stump and analyzed calmly. Teacher Hong is testing our intelligence collection, working with the team. He specifically emphasized that he was good at illusions. Give us another day to prepare. Just waiting for us to formulate targeted tactics. I waved. Signal them to come closer. Come and let's get to know each other. 8:30 the next morning. The three of us waited quietly at the training ground. At 9 o'clock sharp, the former red appears on time. Your task is within an hour. Take these 3 bells from me. He tied the bell around his waist. Set the alarm clock. Start now. The words just fell. The three of us disappeared in an instant. Shi Ongliang Hong stood confidently in the open space, waiting for our attack. In his opinion, no matter how outstanding the 3 genins who have just graduated are, it is also impossible to deal with a jonin who is proficient in illusions. Pose a threat. But the next second, his pupils shrank sharply. The great breakthrough of wind escape. I jumped down from the big tree behind him, rapidly forming seals with both hands. Raging hurricane mixed with fallen leaves. Like a roaring giant beast, it swept towards him. This is no ordinary genin. Sea-level ninjutsu that can be performed. With the support of the huge chakra of Otsutsuki bloodline, the power of this hurricane, enough to make any jonin who underestimates the enemy pay the price. What a powerful combo. It seems that these top 3 are all hiding their strength. Hiding in the trees, Yumshina whispered to herself. He took advantage of the cover of morning mist, quietly releasing large swathes of tiny parasites. Taking advantage of the wind, approaching the past red, trying to grab the bell by surprise. However, as a sentient jonin, the former Kurenai, at the moment swallowed by the morning mist, has already begun to perceive. There was a muffled sound in the morning fog. The smoke clears. Only a piece of stand-in wood was left in place, surrounded by swarms of insects. There are 3 of us as substitute trees. No surprise. Hinata has already opened her eyes, veins popping up on temples. In his black and white vision, childishness hidden in the trees. The old red who used the white smoke to sneak into the forest. And I turned into an afterimage and faded away from my former glory. Nothing to hide. Look at me. I've already rushed to the front of the former red. A confident smile appeared on the corner of Chushin's mouth. He took out a piece of cloth. He gestured in the direction of milk production. Immediately introduced into the forest. The other side. There was a dense sound of metal collisions deep in the jungle. Gun, gun, gun. I hold bitterness in my backhand. A fierce hand-to-hand battle started with the former red. Every attack, I make hits home. So fast that evening, this battle-hardened Jonin. They can only be forced to defend. At first, Xiang Liang Hong was relatively calm, but soon his pupils suddenly contracted, exclaimed, "How is it possible?" The corners of my mouth raised. Know why he was shocked. Next second, bang, I turned into a ball of white smoke and disappeared. Almost at the same time, 3 voices sounded from different directions in the forest. Fire escape dragon fire technique. 3 huge fire dragons roared. The finished product seals the past red death by itself. Unable to escape, he could only form seals quickly. Water escape water boom. Water and fire blend. A deafening roar erupted, and white steam filling the sky. Hi. The former red man rushed out of the steam in embarrassment. Suddenly, he was stunned. The crisp sound of tinkling bells rang in the breeze. 3 of us. Come out of the woods. I shook the bell in my hand. Smiling teacher Dao Hong. Are we qualified? In the past, look at us who were spotless. Look at myself who is a little embarrassed again. Not only not angry. Instead, he smiled. Very strong. Perfect tactic. The teacher lost. The battle of Ninja is the battle of intelligence. I shook my head seriously. We can win. It all depends on the teacher. He revealed in advance the information that he specializes in illusions. If it is a life and death battle, we're definitely not that relaxed. This is all the result of the teacher deliberately letting things slip. Heard this. Chushan looked at me with eyes filled with admiration. Even Chino was muttering to himself. It turns out that flattery can be photographed like this. Worthy of being the chief student, Xiang Liang Hong was so coaxed that she was elated. Wave away with a big hand, celebrating the establishment of the 8th class. The teacher treats you to a big dinner on the way to Center Street. In the past, Hong couldn't help but ask me 6 nights. How did your shadow clone break my illusion? I put my index finger up to my lips, pretending to be mysterious. Secrets make men more attractive, Teacher Hong said. I even winked at Hinata. It made her blush instantly. A little brat. Let's wait until you are 20 and can drink with me. Xiang Liang rolled his eyes. But the evaluation of me from the bottom of my heart, it has reached an unattainable height. She finally understands why I am more capable than anyone else. Sitting firmly in the position of chief student. What she doesn't know is the reason why I ignore illusions, not only because of the terror brought by the fairy eyes, Inten chakra. It's because of Otsutsuki's bloodline. Give me the ability to cast Muyan spells. I don't need any seals to disrupt the flow of chakras, because I am the nemesis of switching skills. The next 2 weeks, I received the first fetal movement of the reincarnation eye. In this half month, I became a blind man who couldn't see anything, but Hinata took my photo, taking care of every detail, from 3 meals a day to washing and drying your body. He even used his shadow clone to do tasks on my behalf. For him. Can you take care of me legitimately? It's simply happier than practicing cultivation. Finally, 1 day and half a month later, my world has seen light again. Yi Zhen, your eyes are out of the sky. Look at me and exclaim, what a beautiful room in dim light. My eyes are shining with sky blue light. There is a beautiful white pattern around the pupils, like a bright nebula. This is not the eye of reincarnation, not a red eye, not even blood dragon eyes, but the reincarnation eye. Such powerful eyesight. I raised my hand and touched the corners of my eyes. The far-sighted power of the Tensigan instantly penetrated the house, street, even the entire Kanaha village, covering the entire kingdom of fire like a god's perspective. 80 kilometers white-eye hyperopia. It's like child's playing in front of him. What makes me even more happy is that My perspective is no longer monotonous black and white. Although what I see is still bone meridians and chakras, but at least it proves I've touched it. The threshold of this pair of ultimate eye skills is Aoi Kun. What is his ability? Hinata asked curiously. His ability is, I raise my hand. Aim at Hinata's gravity with your palms. Hinata exclaimed. The body instantly escapes gravity. Fly to me. As a result, I exerted too much force. He jumped directly into my arms. The two of them rolled into a ball. I stood up holding her in my arms. Then he shook his finger at the empty vase in the corner. The vase suddenly shattered. Debris suspended in mid-air, under precise control of repulsion. As if they were alive, they lined up and flew into the trash can. So awesome! Hinata was stunned. The corners of my mouth raised. Swap out the light curtain talent entry blood sacrifice. Sacrifice the Sangakan. Just the first fetal movement. The 10 Seagans replaced the Otsutsuki bloodline. Reached the top of my list. The true eyes of God finally opened. My reincarnated eye is extremely powerful. Its stable chakra will never degrade until it is exhausted. This gives me great peace of mind. He had such a miracle at the age of 12. Even though my body is still in its infancy now. Wait until the age of 15 for your potential to explode. I am destined to master power that is unmatched by mortals. The day of return. The milkworm stirs with fear. The way he looked at me was full of shock. Facing teacher Hong's curiosity about new ninjutsu. I still say that secrets make men more attractive. Get stuck and go back. It just made him roll his eyes. The boring D-level chores continue until May. Teacher Hong finally announced, in view of the excellent performance of Class 8, make an exception and take us to receive C-level tasks. Inside the Hokage's office, not Hiruzen. He looked at Hinata and me, who were much taller than our peers. Deep gaze. He ended up sending only one. The mission of escorting the Iron Ore team to Kawa no Kuni. When gathering at the entrance of the village, Mr. Nishimura stared at Hinata and rolled his eyes. The joy on his face could hardly be hidden. The price of C-level tasks. Can I invite the Hyuga clan to act as a preceptor? He just made a lot of money. The convoy drove at a slow speed for 8 days. Finally stepped out of Naruto territory, entering the winding mountain road. How is the situation around Hinata? Teacher Hong asked with a serious face. Hinata raised her eyes. Blue veins pop out. No danger found within 20 kilometers. Then your teachers Hong and Jinao exclaimed in unison. The limit of white eye perception is usually only a few kilometers. Hinata actually broke through 20 kilometers. This means that he has already surpassed Hinata. And Hinata, I'm secretly funny. These few years, I use the physical energy of Uzumaki bloodline to heal every day. Warm his body. His Byakugan potential has already been fully activated. Teacher Hong suppressed his shock. Sternly instructs Hinata to hide her strength. Once such a range of perception is exposed, it will definitely lead to death. Driving smoothly for another 2 days, the convoy trudged forward on the steep mountain road. Keep going somewhere. Hinata, who was holding the detection function, suddenly turned pale. Scream out loud. Everyone, stop it. The convoy froze momentarily. There are 2 mysterious people 17 kilometers ahead. They're chakras. Much more powerful than Teacher Hong. Hinata's voice trembled with fear. Teacher Hong's eyes suddenly shrank. What are the characteristics? Wearing a one-piece windbreaker and a hat. One lies like a scorpion. Another stepped on a giant bird and circled low in the sky. Small organization Red Sand Scorpion and Didara. Why are these 2 guys here? Teacher Hong made a prompt decision. Order the team to turn around and change routes immediately. There's an S-class trader ahead. Mr. Nishimura was so scared that he peed his pants. Urge loudly. I squinted my eyes. A strange white pattern appeared in the depths of the pupils. Vision penetrates the mountains, instantly locked on those two figures. The reincarnated I can control puppets infinitely, but I don't know how to make it yet. Isn't there a ready-made puppet master right now? I pretended to go to the toilet, detached from the team, cast teleportation and flight spells, like a thunder. Crazy to close the distance with the red sand scorpion and Didara. Autumn looks at the direction I'm going away from, silently withdrew his gaze. Brother Z, is the information false? I've been looking for this for 3 days. Didara sits on the big clay bird, looking down at the rolling mountains of Kawa no Kuni anxiously. The information was provided by Kyoko. Can't be wrong. The red sand scorpion and flying tiger has a hoarse and heavy voice. That black chef family must have huge mineral resources. Find them. We don't have to look at Angle's face anymore. Just when Didara was about to raise the altitude and change areas, a shadow suddenly enveloped them. The two of them raised their heads sharply, only high in the sky. One is wearing a black robe, figure wearing a faceless, pure white mask, facing the dazzling sunshine, looking down at them like gods. Flying ninja, Didara exclaimed. Could it be that the old man sent me here to catch me? Not Yan Ren. Landing soon, Z shouted loudly, in the mouth of Feiliuhu, instantly spraying out an overwhelming amount of quenched lead, sweeping away like a heavy rain towards the figure in midair. However, a strange scene happened. Hundreds of poisonous needles. When approaching the man in black robe 3 feet away, it's like hitting an invisible wall of size. Momentary stagnation, then bounce back on the original path at a faster speed. A poisonous iron rain fell. Didara hurriedly controlled the big bird to dive and dodge, throw out several white clay birds at the same time. Boom, boom, boom. A series of explosions exploded in midair. The brilliant fire disperses smoke. The man in black robe was suspended there unscathed. He even raised his right hand leisurely, palm up. Let's have a greeting first. I changed my mind. Disperse the chakra in the palm of my hand. Although Wang's Yang Tianyin is easy to use, but it's too awkward to use to say hello. Since the Tensigan has given me the ability to control gravity. Knit your hands into a sweatshirt. The huge blue chakra is like substance, soaring into the sky. The strong wind rolled up my clothes. What is he doing? Didara fell on the hillside, surprised and uncertain. Be careful with guys who can fly by themselves. It's definitely not easy, Z said in a deep voice, preparing to channel the 3rd generation of Kazekich puppets. But the next second, they both froze at the same time. Didara opened his mouth even more. My eyes almost popped out of my head. I smiled and waved to them. If you can survive, just make a friend. After saying that, I turned around and flew into the clouds. The scorching sun at noon seemed to suddenly enlarge in a circle. No, that's not the sun. A huge meteorite drags a long tail flame, like the Last Judgment, like a harsh sonic boom, precisely towards the artistic duo. This mountain range. It was more than 10 kilometers away when it fell. The 8th class and the convoy that had just taken a detour were all sluggish. The red voice in the past was trembling. Meteors are not meteorites. Hinata was the only one who was shocked. The white eyes flashed with unconcealable fanatical admiration. Didara ran. Roar first. Iron Tail rolled up. Didara jumped down the hillside. At the same time, 3 generations of seals were channeled. Sky full of sand and iron, instantly condensed into a huge triangular pyramid, carrying the 2 of them towards the distant mountains. But the meteorite fell too fast. Make a decisive decision first. Controls the sand and iron to blast a deep hole into the mountain wall. The 2 of them hid in it. Then it was wrapped in layers of extremely heavy sand iron, forming an absolutely defensive black ball. Boom! Earth-shattering explosions tore apart the entire mountain range. Terrifying high-temperature shock wave, sweeping everything like a nuclear explosion. In an instant, the mountain where the meteorite landed was leveled to the ground. Violent air waves. It tore apart the forests and rocks along the way. Even if we are more than 10 kilometers away, you can also feel the violent tremors of the earth under your feet. And the mushroom clouds rising from the sky and blocking out the sun. When the dust settles, in the originally continuous mountains, there is a bottomless, a huge crater filled with dark red magma. Art. This is simply the ultimate art. Well, the black all disintegrated, unscathed, but the disgraced Didara jumped on the clay bird, looking at the doomsday scene in front of me. His eyes were so fervent that they almost burned. Okay, actually unscathed. I appeared above him like a ghost. Hey, do you also think that the beauty of a moment is beautiful? It's the real art. Didara shouted excitedly. It's like I've found a soulmate. The stronger, the more beautiful. Explosions are indeed good art. I nodded solemnly and closed my eyes. Mouth Didara. He is an enemy. First angrily said, but he who is hiding in Filu Lake. Cold sweat has soaked my back. Join our small organization. Little brother Didara warmly extended an invitation. I chuckled. Just join. But it's okay to be a friend. The meeting gift just now has been given. In return, can you use your puppetry? Give me how to make a Kazuto puppet. Z was silent for a moment. Here is a terrifying force that can change the terrain, and the ability to control gravity at will. In front of a mysterious man who is suspected to have leader-level strength, it is definitely unwise to fight head-on. Thank you. It's unexpectedly refreshing. Throw 3 scrolls with the iron tail. I did reach out to pick it up. Instead, the fingers are slightly spread. All things Tianyin. The invisible gravity instantly captures the scroll. Let it hover steadily in front of me. Didara was shocked in his hands. Then quickly cover your mouth. I chuckled. Opened scroll. Glanced twice. After confirming that it is correct, put it in your arms. Thanks for the gift. Goodbye, my friend. I turned and flew away, leaving the 2 people in shock and uncertainty. The human puppet who got the red sand scorpion. Secretary. My plan finally completed the most critical link. Infinite control of the reincarnated eye. In addition, it can retain blood stains during death. Sacrifice and ninjutsu human puppets. Just wait for me to unlock the yin-yang shield in the future. Infused black rod provides chakra. Always tireless. Ignore distance restrictions. All members have the reincarnation eyes with peak combat power in life. Army of puppets will be born in my hands. This is the true army of God. Back home, I didn't cook or take a shower first like I usually do. Instead, he walked into the room with a solemn expression. He took out a tightly locked box. After opening it with the key hidden in the secret room in the living room, what was revealed inside was a red ceramic money pig. Farewell, little pig. My voice vibrates. Close your eyes and smash it to pieces. Wow. With the sound of breaking ceramics, coins and banknotes were scattered all over the floor. This is what I've been doing for years. From pensions and remuneration for prefecture-level tasks, all the belongings saved by frugality. Raise a big stomach, king. Hoeing is expensive. If it weren't for the village's pension, I've already been chewing tree barking. I put the scattered coins and the 23,000 taels I just earned. Put it all in the bag. Go straight to the commercial street. Boss, this is 388,300 taels. Buy a film camera. Replace all remaining films and developing materials. I proudly slapped the bag on the counter. Got the camera I longed for. I can't put it down. Although I missed recording my childhood with Hinata, but it can record the growth of fireworks. If it's worth it, Let's go hunting and have a barbecue tonight to celebrate. Early next morning, I still wake up to the gentle call. Only this time it was replaced by the little princess Hanabi. She is wearing a brown kimono, sitting on me, is tickling my nose with her braids. Oni-chan wakes up. The sun is shining on my butt. I smiled and rubbed her little face. Kick her out of bed to wash up. Walk out of the room. The scene in the kitchen made me catch my breath instantly. Out of heaven. Changed into a white kimono embroidered with purple and white petals. Long hair tied into a cute bun. Skillfully flipping the pan. Hanabi was carefully pinching the seaweed rice balls at the side. I immediately took out my camera. Quietly find a good angle. Click a warm and beautiful daily photo of sisters. Fixed forever. Hear the shutter sound. The two turned their heads. Hanabi's eyes lit up. Immediately throw down your gloves and run over to take the camera. Oni-chan, let's take a photo. Wait until the meal is finished. Let's take a photo together. Smiled and touched his head. That whole day, the three of us took our cameras and checked in everywhere in the village. Next to the waterfall at the home training ground. Left countless photos full of laughter and joy. When passing a big tree, the sky appeared. Suddenly, he blushed and pulled my cuffs. 16. Can Yijin use the transformation technique? I understand. Eyes rolled. Two people wearing coarse clothes. A child with baby fat on his face stands under the tree. Look at each other and smile. This makes up for the fact that we don't have any childhood photos together. At the same time, in the high tower of Yuyin village, the missing body of Red Sand Scorpion is reporting to Tiandao Pain. Leader, we met a mysterious person in Kawa no Kuni. He wears a pure white mask without eye holes, can summon meteorites, can also use the same repulsion and gravity as you. He took my puppetry away by force. How to make a Japanese puppet? Tiandao Pain's reincarnation eyes narrowed slightly. After finding out and cutting off contact, Pain immediately summoned the black and white consciousness. Order them to investigate. This mysterious man, who seems to have the eye of reincarnation, in the divine space. Dai-Tu and Haiju were equally shocked when they learned about this. Haij has lived for thousands of years. I know that apart from the leader, it is absolutely impossible to have a second pair of reincarnation eyes. He secretly guessed. This can control gravity. White-haired masked man summoning meteorites. It is possible that it comes from the Datong Muhamura lineage on the moon. I will make Baiju a clone. Pay close attention to his movements. Haiju's voice is hoarse. If he really wants to make Pain six pots, we'll definitely be hunting for blood stains. Sacrifice the strong. Not in agreement with pictures. This mysterious variable must be eradicated as soon as possible. 3 days of vacation fleeting. I once again threw myself into boring chores. Chushin seems to be aware of my financial difficulties. Offered to use his remuneration to pay for food expenses. Look at his red eyes and moved face. I don't know whether to laugh or cry. He can only leave it. Just then, a figure on a bench in a shopping street caught my eye. That's a dark-skinned old man holding a wine bottle. Take a small sip. The bridge builders of the country of Tatsunami. Class 7 in the original work. The key figure in the turning point of fate finally appeared. This means that the chapter of the Kingdom of Waves is about to begin. Is Aoi-kun? What are you looking at? Hinata asked curiously. I look away. Change the subject with a smile. I'm thinking about the Chunin exams in more than a month. Do we want to participate? Of course, Hinata has to have a firm look in her eyes. I want to become a Junin as soon as possible. Why the secret? Hinata imitates me. Put your index finger to your lips. Winked playfully. I was stunned for a moment. Then he pinched her cheek with a wicked smile. I'm so brave. Dare to tease me. Believe it or not, I'll take you back and use you as a weapon. What is a lying weapon? Izuku asked vaguely. I'll tell you when I get home. Just when we were flirting, a familiar voice came. 16 nights Hinata. Long time no see. Naruto Sasuke Sakura. And Kakashi came towards me holding the heaven of indulgence. You two are dating. As soon as Sasuke opened his mouth, Hinata blushed. Kakashi and Shangshu looked at us lazily. Is this the chief student? What a talent indeed. Amazing amount of chakra. No wonder Sasuke doesn't dare to be arrogant in front of you. I smile modestly. Counterattack. Kakashi is gone as a Junin. You are a copy of the powerful ninja world. Disciples of the fourth ninja Hokage. Sasuke. They will definitely learn thousands of ninjutsu from following you. It's just round the corner to surpass me. As soon as these words came out, Kakashi's dead fish eyes widened instantly, breaking into a cold sweat. What Kakashi? The teacher is so awesome. Naruto shouted excitedly. Then why don't you even teach us how to climb a tree? Sakura glared angrily. Although Sasuke didn't speak, but the heat was mixed with contempt in his eyes. Kakashi has been carried like a light on his back. Watching Kakashi being surrounded and attacked by Team 7, I hide my merits and fame deeply, pulling Daishin and sneaking away quietly. Dead of night. I'm lying in the bathtub. My eyes instantly turn sky blue. Pure white patterns in the pupils, flowing in holes. Vision ignores obstacles, overlooking the entire pastoral industry like a god. It was a huge transparent barrier that enveloped the whole village. I stared at the edge of the barrier. Accurately captures the perception. 6-hour rotation gap. Short of money to buy puppet materials. I can only borrow some from that rich man. I chuckled. Leave a shadow clone. Take advantage of the moment when the barrier disappears to sneak out of Konoha. Go straight to the luxurious villa in Cardo, the country of Poseidon. He was questioning angrily. Zabuza is covered in bandages. I'm wearing a black robe, wearing a pure white mask. Enter the hall without any scruples. Haku flashed in front of Zabuza in an instant, holding 1,000 books between your fingertips. You feel like facing a powerful enemy. Where did this madman come from? Kill him for me. Kato screams and falls back. I will not retreat, but advance. Shake your thumb and aim at Kato. The strong gravity instantly grabbed his throat. Pull him into the air. Zabuza shouted angrily. The huge beheading sword caused a violent sound of wind. Hit me hard. My expression has not changed. Raise the other hand gently. The giant blade rotating at high speed suddenly froze in midair, unable to advance or retreat. In their horrified eyes, I coldly spat out for words, Shinra Tianzheng Hong. The overwhelming repulsion instantly distorted the space. The whole villa collapsed. Zabuza and Haku were covered in blood, being pinned under the rubble, completely unconscious. I picked up the scared Kato like a chicken. Use repulsive force to force open the metal door of the basement. The dazzling golden light instantly stung your eyes. Stacks of largest denomination banknotes, walls of gold bars, a bag full of brilliant gems. I unceremoniously took out the storage scroll. Loot this amazing treasure house. Then I put the half-dead man between the minister and the white man. Give shadow cloning. Sneaking into the underground black market alone. I want 30 copies of Sand Shadow's puppet materials. I slapped a thick stack of 10,000 Yuan bills on the black city business person's desk. Pick it up in 3 days. Turn around and leave the black market. I thought everything was planned. However, I don't know. My whereabouts have already followed the underground network of the black market, reached the ears of an extremely dangerous organization. Inside the high tower of Yang Village, shrouded in heavy rain, Haiju's hoarse voice echoed in the cold air. Found the mysterious man. Buying puppet materials on the black market. Tiandao Pain stood expressionlessly in the shadows. Those reincarnation eyes with the power of destruction. A biting cold light flashed through. Let's go, Uchiha. Obito slowly walk out of the darkness. The Scarlet Sharingan stares at the void ahead. Take Itachi Uchiha with you. Go meet this guy who dares to steal our prey. Go back to one day ago. Coming out of the black market. Untied. In Minister and Bay. Shadow cloning. You did kill us because you wanted to collect the bounty. Zabuza asked weakly. Don't be ridiculous. I've emptied all of Kato's treasure troves. Still missing your 3 melons and to dates. I look disgusted. How much is your bounty? 17 million taels. That's all. It's not even half of Asma's. Zabuza is speechless. How can he compare with the sons of the Hawkage? I quite like you two idiots. I chuckled. Throw a scroll and 30 million taels to Shiro. Go to Shei-In and help me buy all these materials. I'll let you go. After explaining, I rolled up my trouser legs and handed them to Bai. Take a bite. Your injuries will be healed. Zabuza's pupils shrank. Physical healing. You are a survivor of the Uzumaki clan. I responded angrily. He is worthy of being one of the murderers who destroyed the country of Whirlpool. The information is pretty accurate. Bai bit it without hesitation. With the influx of chakras, the serious injuries on his body were visible to the naked eye at a speed. Miraculous recovery. I warned him. Only 10 days left for the shadow clone to carry it. Zabuza left. I'll place Zabuza in. The cave itself passes through the reincarnation eye, monitoring the entire Fire Nation at all times. After robbing the Red Sand Scorpion, I'm sure he'll give me the information that I can use gravity and repulsion, reporting to small organizations, as expected. 2 days later, Xiaonan rode 8 birds and sneaked into the land of fire, landed on a hill. He turned into a giant white tree. Not only blocks perception, also hides the way of heaven. Pain Uchiha Obito and Uchiha Itachi, watching the most terrifying trio in the entire ninja world share the same frame. I couldn't help but swear. Beat your lungs. Send out this kind of lineup to catch me. You think too highly of me, right? On the other side, in the black market, the middle-aged man who received me was penetrated by a branch. White Zetsu's clone uses the art of floating and the art of disguise. Perfectly replaced him. Trouble now. Not even the reincarnation eye can see through these two sneaking miracles. It seems that only the Uzumaki clan's Shenyu Xingyan can. Awakening to the perception of good and evil. Only then can we deal with black and white Zetsu. Since you like to wait and see so much, then just stand there properly. I sneered. Removed shadow clone. 3 days later, unable to wait for anyone, Pain's trio had no choice but to retreat. Bai also came back on time with the materials. I generously rewarded them with the remaining money. After this beating, Zabuza seems to have realized that black and white eat black. This is the road to rebellion and forbearance. After getting the materials, I'm not in a hurry to return to Konoha. Instead, use shadow clones to deal with daily tasks. Kato's wealth is beyond imagination, especially those land titles spread all over the world. I randomly selected a few properties to support my business. Instantly achieve financial freedom. I even bought a clothing store. Send a shadow clone to learn tailoring skills. The main body comes with a storage scroll. Coming in the continuous rain. A remote mining village in the country of Kawawa. In front of a newly built cemetery. I have targeted black removal of Rhea and possession of red. The blue pill of the eye lets go of the genuine version. Just use you pair of pirates to be my human puppets. Am suspended in mid-air. Raise your hand to block Lei Ya's thunderball attack. Then he slightly spread his fingers. All things Tianyin. The invisible giant hand forcibly pulled Lei Ya into the air. He was horrified. Cast Thunder Shield desperately. Thunder teeth filled the sky and lightning struck at me. Nice moves. It's a pity that I opened my hands. The surrounding air is compressed by the extreme repulsive force and twisted into a green protective shield. Shinra Tenjing fell with my cold words. The storm of power swept out like a furious wave. In the deafening roar, the rain curtain was torn apart instantly. The cemetery below and the Black family, along with Thunderfang's lightning, completely crushed by the terrifying power. The smoke disperses. All that was left was a huge crater. All the bones in Leia's body are broken, falling in a pool of blood. But he tried his best to protect Lanwan behind him. Please let Lanwan go. His plea with blood in his mouth. When you kill someone, is that what they begged you for? I sneered. Manipulate the gravity without mercy and seize the Thunder Knife body. Throw it at the same time as the Shadow Clone. Thunder and lightning penetrated their hearts. The expected entry did not appear. It seems that killing does not increase the explosion rate. I frowned, deep in thought. Gotta find another way. If it really doesn't work, then we can only aggrieve the ninja world. After all, I don't want guys who are not as equipped as me, overtaking me in just a few years. More than 10 years of hard work. The people of the Black Chef clan have been dealt with by me. These minerals are my trophies. Do you have any objection? Thunderstorm is coming. I'm lying in the air, looking down at the shivering ordinary miners below. After getting a negative answer, I unceremoniously removed the corpses of the Black Chef family and a large number of precious minerals. In come storage scrolls. With these, the materials for making human puppets are all ready. I will return to the land of fire without stopping. Leave a shadow clone. Learn your craft and work on your loot in the tailor shop. The main body is racing against time to rush back to Konoha. Today is June 16th, my 12th birthday. Evening. I passed through the dead end of Konoha's barrier. Back to that familiar little courtyard. Am back. Open the curtains in the living room. 12 candles burning quietly in the dimness. On an exquisite 5-layer cake. There are 3 Q-version snowmen standing representing the 3 of us. Happy birthday, Oni-chan. 16 happy birthday, Yi-jun. Takeda and Hanabi pulled me to sit down, one on the left and the other on the right. Hanabi holds her chin in her hands, urging Oni-chan with a smile. Quickly make a wish. I put my hands together. I closed my eyes and said loudly that I hope Hanabi will grow up quickly, shine like a star, as beautiful as sisters. Then I added silently in my heart, I hope we can all escape the limitations of lifespan, together forever. Blow out candles. Hanabi rushed over excitedly, kissed me hard on the face. Then comes the gift opening stage. Ahuo gave me a red handmade scarf. Hinata gave me one as a gift, pure white robe with flame pattern, and a heavy snowman suit. I also have a gift for you. I took that out and let me empty out my savings. The flat gift box that was worked on overnight was handed to them. Go try it. This is the clothes I made myself. A few minutes later, when the 2 sisters changed their clothes and came out, I just feel like my breath is suffocating. That's because I relied on my past life memories. Hand-sewn sailor uniform. Hinata is wearing a white sailor collar shirt and dark blue pleated skirts, paired with black stockings. This outfit, her devilish figure that stands out from her peers, outlined vividly. Purity reveals fatal temptation. The fireworks on the side are a smaller version of the same style, paired with white silk double ponytails. So cute that it's foul. So pretty. I don't hesitate to praise you. Airplane. Take out the film camera that has consumed all my belongings. Came to take photos that night. The flash recorded countless warm and funny moments. Even the moment of crazy egg-beating climax. Look at the smiles on their faces. I think the 300,000 taels spent is so worth it. Konoha, June 23, 1960. Nance Riverside. Fire escape dragon fire technique. Two fire dragons collided above the water, on the water. The taijutsu showdown between me and Sasuke has reached a fever pitch. Kishibe Hinata is secretly taking pictures with her camera. Just a few rounds. Sasuke with 2 Megatama blood chakra eyes activated. He was knocked away by a straight punch from me, sitting on the water in embarrassment. He didn't get up immediately like usual, but looked at me in shock. The speed just now. It's lay done, right? It uses thunder chakra to stimulate cells. Tips to increase speed. I removed Leia from the black without blushing. Now it's a move I stole from my human puppet. Take it as one's own. Sasuke's eyes lit up. Reach out your hand and teach me without hesitation. In the past few years, he has been defeated by me. It has become my biggest points cash machine. I am also happy to be on the path of growth of this Avenger. Give him a push. One day at the end of June, the eagle circling in the sky screams sharply. The former Hong who is taking us on a weeding mission looked up. I just wanted to say that I'll see you at the same place tomorrow, and left in a hurry. It seems that everyone's exam is about to begin. I smiled and looked at Chino and Hinata, as expected. The next day, Teacher Hong brought 3 application forms for the Chunin exam. On the way home, I asked Hinata, "Do you want to practice with me and Sasuke these days?" Hinata shook her head. Firm eyes. I want to ask my father for advice. Boxing 16 Night King. I want to become a master as soon as possible. I was slightly startled. Then suddenly, it seems that Hinata wants to use her strength to gain a foothold in the clan, to protect Hanabi from being injured. The caged bird's curse. I swear secretly in my heart. After the exam, I must pay a visit to Hinata's house. That night at the bonfire of the Uchiha clan brothers, Sasuke flipped the grilled fish. Ask me suddenly 16 nights. What is your dream? I look at the dancing flames. A smile appeared on the corner of the mouth. I want to be with Hinata. Get rid of the limitations of lifespan. Together forever. Sasuke's pupils narrowed, apparently overwhelmed by this crazy goal. He was silent for a moment. The voice is as cold as a knife. My goal is to kill that man. For this I will do whatever it takes. I patted his shoulder. Laughter means something. Don't worry, you will succeed. And you don't have to pay the price with your life. After all, you are my experience package leading to the realm of God. 3 days. Konoha streets. There is a large influx of unfamiliar faces wearing wake and forehead protectors. The carnival atmosphere of everyone taking exams completely set this village on fire. July 1, 3 p.m. Hinata Shino and I entered the ninja school on time. Konoha is the organizer. I'm afraid our information has already been investigated clearly. Shino puts his hands in his pockets, speaking in a deep voice. It doesn't matter. I chuckled lightly. Information will be updated. The information they obtained is already out of date. Just stepped onto the steps of the complex. The air around me is slightly distorted. Hinata Chino and I formed seals at the same time, quietly disrupting the chakra in the body. It's just an illusion barrier on the 2nd floor. The corridor on the 2nd floor was crowded with candidates who were in a trance. In front of the stairs leading to the 3rd floor, Akihito and Sasuke were being stopped by 2 guarding Chunins. Hinata's eyes wander. Stop in the crowd. A figure with white eyes. Brother Ningji is here too. Yushion Ninki heard the sound and walked towards him, bowing slightly with an expressionless face. Miss Hinata, hope exam. I can fight you sometimes. He then pierced me with his cold gaze. You are Izei Oi, the last chief student. You are indeed strong, but you have to be self-aware. The difference in bloodline is destiny. There is no hope for you. And the eldest lady, Ninki brothers. Shut up and go out. The originally soft eyes suddenly became sharp. An extremely oppressive aura pours out. Neji made a move. It's rude to leave a cold comment. Turn around and leave. I smiled and patted Hinata's head. He looked so handsome just now. Hinata blushed instantly. Fingers tangled together nervously. The feeling of oppression just now is gone. Yo, 16 nights. Naruto's voice came loudly. This Chunin exam. I will never lose to you. Look at his confident look. I can't help but tease. Kakashi Jonin finally teaches you the ninjutsu. Naruto rubbed his nose proudly, selling like crazy. We just walked into the back entrance hall. A green figure suddenly jumped from the second floor balcony, landing firmly. Rockley, the watermelon-headed boy with thick eyebrows, stared at me intently. The starting position of taijutsu. I want to challenge this new generation. Page 16U, and I have a showdown. My eyes move slightly. 8 gates Dungia? Interesting. But now I'm tilting my head. Sasuke, come on. Sasuke understood immediately, sneered, and took a step forward. Scarlet double hooks instantly appeared in the eyes. Jade Sharingan. Only by defeating me can you be qualified to challenge him. Lock Lee frowned, disappeared instantly. So quickly, Sasuke's expression suddenly changed. Just raised my arm. Block. He was shocked by Lock Lee's terrifying power and kept retreating. Before he could stabilize his body, Lock Lee put his hands on the ground. An extremely tricky lower kick. Sweep him directly into the air. Sure enough, it lives up to its reputation. Rock Lee praised. Not only can you see through the body, you can barely keep up with my speed. Reluctantly, Sasuke rolled violently in midair. The double knives on the ground want to spin wildly. Next second, he has taken exactly the same trajectory as Rock Lee just now. He violently kicked the shocked Rock Lee away. Rock Lee got up from the ground. His eyes completely darkened. He silently untied the bandage on his hand. A heart-stopping chakra began to rise. I have to prove myself. A thick white mist suddenly exploded, interrupted this tense atmosphere. One wearing the same green tights. A thick-browed man wearing a Junin vest, stepping on a red turtle to make a shining appearance. He showed his white teeth and laughed. So youthful. Looking at the collective petrified expressions of Class 7, I nodded calmly. The people on the stage were reminded by me. This new group of people realized the exaggerated man in front of me. He is actually an ace taijutsu expert, as famous as Kakashi. The time for the Metkai exam is coming soon. I pointed to the clock on the wall. Metka slapped his thighs. After teaching Rock Lee a few words, then they let us go up to the 3rd floor to try it out. On the wolf path outside the door, Red teachers Kakashi and Asuma have been waiting for a long time. See you all here. Am very relieved. Teacher Hong walked towards us with a smile. Final exam. It starts from the moment you get your application, only with the approval of teammates. 3 people go to an appointment together. Only then are you qualified to step into this door. We won't let you down. Teacher Hong, the corner of my mouth is slightly raised. Take Hinata and Chino to the door of Shishi. The heavy door was slowly pushed open. Behind the door, countless gazes filled with murderous intent and violence. Like substance. Focus on us instantly. The moment of entering the world. The warm atmosphere was replaced by cold murderous intent. Naruto and Sakura. Being stared at by countless needle-like gazes made my body stiff. There is even a hint of fear. Are you shaking at the end of the crane? Sasuke's cold and mocking voice made him. Dispelled the fear in Naruto's heart. I ignored their daily bickering. Go straight to your seat with Hina. I deliberately changed Naruto's numbers. As I wished, I became roommates with Hinata. And now Sasuke is sitting in the row behind me. 2 Megatama Sharingan have been opened, eyes locked on my back. Has about to copy my moves. To cope with this outrageous competition. Hanabi has started to learn Bagua 32 palms. I turned my head. Lower your voice and bite Hinata's ears. The clan elders all praised him as a genius. Hinata is full of pride. I don't know it's my chakra at all. Like a great tonic, subtly raising the upper limit of their sisters, exploded with several clouds of white smoke, face full of flesh. The eerie Morino Kazuki makes his debut. He didn't talk nonsense, directly announced the start of the exam. The room suddenly became the scene of a fight between gods and goddesses. Ninja drama eavesdropping on secretary's voice transmission with eye roll. Various cheating methods emerge in endlessly. And Chushin and I have already finished answering and handing in the papers. We are chatting leisurely under the table using the secret code of bearing laughter. 45 minutes later, Yibixi raised the psychologically stressful question 10. If you choose a wrong answer, you will be banned from taking the exam for life. If you don't choose all pairs, you will be eliminated. It's dead silence in the room. Immediately, one after another, candidates with broken will choose to give up. However, because Sasuke and Naruto became roommates, Sasuke directly controlled Naruto's hand with a wire, full of answers. Naruto was surprisingly calm this time. Even that passionate speech to boost morale. No chance to export. Congratulations to all of you who passed. Yibixi suddenly smiled, revealed the truth behind this exam to measure cohesion before everyone could recover. Mitarashi Anko breaks the window and enters in a more exaggerated way than Naruto. The time for the second assessment was announced. Walk out of the teaching building. Shikamaru and Choji came over. The long-lost 9 heroes gathered together. I waved my hand and left. Let me treat you to barbecue. In the barbecue restaurant, Dinky and Naruto began a turbulent competition, but I was surprised to find Hinata who acts like a lady. The eating speed is not inferior to them at all. Shikamaru stared at the empty plates stacked in front of Hinata, eyes full of shock. This young lady's stomach is actually a bottomless pit. After dinner, I took out my camera. I took this very valuable photo. Future Hawkage, Medical Holy Hands, Intelligence Chief. These are all the connections I manage. 2 p.m. the next day, the first day gently wakes me up from my nap. After washing, I took out a pair of red boxes from the drawer. Put 2 special lenses into your eyes. Turn around and look at the bright sky blue and white patterns. Momentarily covered, the pupils return to a deep dark blue. 16 Yijin. Is this exam dangerous? Chu Tian looked at my move to hide my power. His expression became extremely solemn. Just in case. I looked at myself in the mirror, flawless. The corner of his mouth raised a meaningful arc. If everything goes well, it's a warm-up. If something goes wrong, that would be a fierce battle. I imagine Orochimaru is hiding in a tree somewhere at this time. Fingers gently clicked on the forehead protector. The game officially begins. 2:40 p.m. outside the Forest of Death. The air is filled with suppressed excitement. Hinata Chino and I were among the candidates taking oxygen. I heard that there are only 12 of us graduating this year. The rest of the army was wiped out. Minako sighed from the side. Sasuke still looks cold and arrogant. Come over and provoke. Don't let me eliminate you early. I hid behind me in disgust. You drank. What are you talking about in your sleep in broad daylight? Naruto smiled with his teeth clasped forward and backward. Sasuke blushed and crossed his arms. There is a fighting spirit in his eyes. I was keenly aware of a few cold glances. The grass ninja disguised as Orochimaru stared at Sasuke. And that red-haired girl, Xiangling, is peeking at me. Hinata noticed immediately. Is Aoi-kun. Look at that female cow woman again. She has the same abilities as me. I explained softly. Hinata suddenly understood. Sign the agreement at 3 o'clock sharp. Get the geological scroll. As the iron door opens, The second survival exercise officially begins. Are we going to take the initiative? Hinata asked to find someone first. I opened the reincarnation eyes. God's perspective instantly covers the entire forest. Such a person. We must not fall into the hands of Orochimaru. We're moving at full speed. I quickly locked onto Zhangling. His companions were hurling insults at him, forced him to lay a trap. Bagua empty palm. Hinata gave a shout of palm wind. Slam a grass ninja into a tree trunk. Blood splattered. Milk causing parasites to fall like black mist. Another companion screamed and fell to the ground. Zhangling collapsed on the ground. Pale. I squat down. Pass me your forearm. Smiling and telling a white lie. Although the hair color is different. But our ancestors should be clansmen. One bite and your injury will heal. Tears burst out of my eyes instantly. Zhangling timidly bit my arm. That moment. Noble Otsutsuki bloodline and physical healing. Perfect blend. God-level chakra pours in crazily. His physical weakness. Teeth marks on arm. Even myopic eyes. They are all recovering at a speed visible to the naked eye. My people, will you follow me from now on? I extend my palms. I am willing. Zhangling's eyes sparkled with the light of regaining her family. I created a shadow clone. Escort him out of the forest. Sneer in my heart. Orochimaru, you completely lost this game. Looking at Zhangling and my shadow clone, disappeared deep into the jungle. Chushin's eyes are full of pity. 16 Yijin. He is so pitiful. I gently rubbed his head. Smile and say there are too many poor people in this world. We won't come over. All you can do is protect the important people around you. Chino from the body of Kusanagi walked back. A cold light flashed behind the lens. On them are scrolls of heaven. Good luck. Just got it together. I took the scroll. Throw it to Chino. I'll leave these 2 scrolls to you for safekeeping. Now that it's all together, why don't you go directly to the center tower? Chino is a little confused. I looked in the direction of Class 7. The gaze is too deep. I still have to solve a big problem. Hinata's expression changed slightly. Is it the murderer with the gourd on his back? Not a tougher guy than him. I shook my head. He told you to go outside the tower first. Let's go in together after we meet up. I know Hinata is worried about me, but he knows my strength better. Nodding obediently in agreement. Settle your teammates. I'll be gentler on my toes. The body instantly turned into an afterimage. Rushed towards Naruto and the others. Uchiha Sasuke. This Rorono Azura-style perfect second in command. Never fall into the hands of Orochimaru. I want to reverse his fate. Leave him completely in Konoha. Be my guide to get super advanced entries at any time. Top experience package. Class 7 at this time. Falling into unprecedented despair. Orochimaru disguised as a grass ninja. In front of them. Swallow the geological scroll into your belly. The terrifying murderous aura that erupted at that moment, distorting the air like substances. Sasuke turned pale, vomiting violently. The body is twitching instinctively in this absolute shadow of death. He seemed to have returned to that bloody night of genocide. Damn it, I'm not afraid of you. Naruto stood up tremblingly, hands fiercely forming seals. Bang, bang, bang. Hundreds of shadow clones. The whole forest was filled in an instant. The smoke clears. 300 Narutos roared at the same time. Watch me blow you away in one breath. The great breakthrough of wind escape. 300 sea-level wind escapes erupted simultaneously. The wind is howling, tearing apart the silence of the forest of death. Terrifying airflow like a passing typhoon. Uproot the towering trees. This overwhelming power, no less than a natural disaster. The wind disperses. The forest is in a mess. Naruto put his hands on his hips, standing on a fallen tree and laughing. Have you seen how powerful I am? Very powerful combination skills. I was almost killed by you. Orochimaru's cold voice rang in Naruto's ears. Two giant snakes appeared out of thin air, instantly clinging to him. 5 elements seal. Orochimaru's 5 fingers are wrapped with chakra. The flames pressed heavily on Naruto's abdomen. Kyuubi's chakra instantly became chaotic. Naruto screamed and was knocked away. Go out and let Naruto go. Sasuke Thunder released. Chakra stimulates cell speed to skyrocket. Kicked away Orochimaru. Taking advantage of the situation, he cut off the giant snake that was entangled with Naruto. Roll your eyes. Haven't you seen it yet? Sasuke growled lowly. Even this level of wind escape can't hurt him. We are not of the same dimension at all. Where do you want to go? Orochimaru twisted his body like an upright human snake, closing the distance at incredible speed. Sasuke, it'll give you some time. Go outside and find rescue. Naruto's eyes are determined. Just push Sasuke aside. The main body carries more than 20 remaining shadow clones, welcoming him. Idiot Sasuke clenches his teeth, had to turn around and come back for help. Orochimaru saw exactly this, taking advantage of Naruto's as a burden, easily forcing the two of them into a blind corner. The swampy ground trapped their feet. 2 big snakes tied them into rice dumplings. Orochimaru smiled sinisterly and stretched his neck. The cold fangs pressed into the side of Sasuke's neck. Banging a pure white figure suddenly appeared in front of Sasuke. I tried my best. A heavy punch hit Orochimaru hard on the face. Powerful impact. Hit his head so hard, the whole person flew out like a cannonball. 16 Knights Sasuke and Naruto. The ecstasy after despair burst out in the eyes. Expressionless. Looking at Orochimaru, who stood up slowly, coldly spit out his identity. The legendary Sannin Konoha, S-class rebel ninja Orochimaru. The pupils of the 2 people on the left and right suddenly shrank. Why does the big shot appear here? Konoha is truly the cradle of geniuses. Orochimaru twisted his neck, eyes full of greed. But I don't have time to play house with you anymore. He used teleportation again. It's so fast that even the second Megatama Sharingan has trouble catching it. But I'm faster than him. I stood in front of him like a stepping stone. Kunai with Raiden chakra attached, straight to his heart. Orochimaru takes his time. Open your mouth and spit out the grass razor sword to break it. The kunai blade rapidly enlarged in the eyes. I disappeared smoothly. The next second, Sasuke was already in the air. The fire dragon spit out and instantly swallowed Orochimaru. Vomit substitute? Sasuke lands. The blood chakra eyes stared at the ground, attracting many tongues. A giant python bursts out from a blind corner. Orochimaru emerged from the belly of the python. Countless venomous snakes are coming from all over the place. Sasuke couldn't avoid it. Just when the snakes were about to tie him up, my voice rings again. Wind escape and wind cutting techniques. The transparent blade swept across. The group of snakes and giant pythons were split into 2 in an instant. Don't wait for Orochimaru to catch his breath. In my wide cuffs, a dazzling ball of blue and white light has been condensed. Gaia Energy Cannon. The chakra ball spinning at super high speed expands in the palm of the hand. Then it was burned orange by the flames. I look ferocious, holding this fireball containing terrifying energy, heading towards Orochimaru below. Throw it away. Boom! The earthquake-shaking explosion completely destroyed the area. The towering trees instantly turned into charcoal. Terrifying fire tornadoes soars into the sky, as if to set the sky on fire, over the Death King forest. Completely enveloped by this suffocating hot red light, all ninjas who sense this chakra, all colors changed. What kind of monster got mixed up in this high school entrance exam? Is this the self-created ninjutsu on page 16? Sasuke and Naruto hiding behind the towering trees, face full of horror. Looking ahead, spinning crazily like a top. Fire tornadoes soaring into the sky. Even breathing becomes difficult. I appeared quietly behind them. Hold down their shoulders. He shouted in a low voice to leave. The moment the instantaneous body technique is activated, I looked back at the charred ground. Orochimaru is like a snake shedding its skin. Come out of that broken body, covered in mucus. Cold eyes. The little devil who ruined my good deeds. He smiled hoarsely. My eyes wandered between the fire tornado and the direction we left. But this ninjutsu is really a nostalgic shadow. Kanaha. Is this windmill that has been idle for many years turning again? Until they dragged Naruto and ran away for several miles. Little eagle hiding in the street. We just stopped to breathe. Why are the three legendary people staring at us? The little eagle sat slumped on the ground. Trembling voice. I patted Sasuke's tense shoulders to reassure him. The rescue team has arrived. S-class rebellious ninja appears in the village. It's Naruto who should have a headache, not us. After the exam, Sasuke, go live on Center Street first. Don't go back to the Uchiha clan alone. Sasuke nodded heavily, thinking back to that devastating blow just now. He couldn't help but look at me. Was that fire tornado just now your perfect thunder escape? That's called the Gaia Energy Cannon. I gave a playful smile, and he was only when I perfected the mysteries. Semi-finished products developed at random. At this moment, the eyes of the three people in Class 7 looked at me. It's like looking at a monster. The second exam will officially end in 5 days. In the center hall, there are only 24 candidates left, all presented with their respective mentors. I noticed that Kakashi was staring at me with a complicated expression. Obviously, I have learned the truth about the fire tornado from the students. The third Hawkage. After an impassioned speech that epitomizes the war of inversion, the examiner, Moonlight Blast, makes a faint appearance, announcing the start of qualifiers. The pharmacists all gave up decisively, just like in the original work. The names on the screen started flashing like crazy. The first game between Toss and Choji. Choji is under sonic attack. He didn't even survive a few rounds before being killed instantly. I'm leaning on the armrest of the bleachers. However, his peripheral vision was fixed on the leader of the Yin Ninja Village, although the guy is pretending. But the cold breath couldn't hide from my eyes when I turned around. Orochimaru did sneak in after all. The second match will be finalized soon. Uchiha Sasuke versus Sakita. Before Sasuke left the field, he suddenly turned around and smiled at Naruto. Naruto, I'm also looking forward to fighting you. No longer called the tail of the crane. This admission made Naruto freeze in place, trembling with excitement. Sasuke's double Megatama riding on the field. Chakra eyes circulate crazily. The body is as fast as an afterimage. Sark attempted to create a sonic field with the sky-cutting rapid waves. Block Sasuke. But the speed was enhanced by Sasuke's thunder escaping chakra. Playing around with shadow clone tactics. Good fire escape. Fireball technique. Huge fireball falls from the sky. Submerged Sax instantly. Companions from Inin Village looked on with cold eyes. No sympathy. As Sack was carried away on a stretcher. The screen scrolls again. Hinata versus Hamlet. I roll up my cuffs. Take that film camera out of the storage reel. He smiled at Hinata and said, be cool. I want to take a picture and show it to Hanabi. Well, Hinata walked off the stage firmly. Opposite me, Katata looked at Hinata's beautiful face. Expensive kimono with long hair. And that noble temperament that seems to be born with it. Pathological jealousy welling up in eyes. I'm going to scratch your face. Kinjui smiled grimly and took out the lottery book. Hinata didn't speak. The veins suddenly popped out at the temples. Do you want to try what true despair is? With moonlight. Hyatt announced the start of the third round. He nada moved. He is surrounded by blue lightning, appearing in front of Kinjui like an instant. Bang, bang. Several blasts of chakra accurately penetrated the acupuncture points. Kinjui collapsed and fell to the ground before he could scream. I kept pressing the shutter in the stands. Hinata's condescending and cold eyes are so cool. Therefore, I am dissatisfied. And Matt Kaiser saw the clues. That is the stimulation of cells by changes in latent properties. Kakashi looks at me. Obviously, you guessed that this was my handiwork. Next few rounds. Kankuro uses puppets to trick his opponents Ino and Sakura, but it ended in a physically exhausted draw. People who watch are drowsy. Shikamaru uses shadow imitation to outwit his opponent. Minako decisively admitted defeat in front of Neji. The one who surprised everyone the most was Naru too. He created dozens of shadow clones. Roaring in unison, they sprayed out a move called Wind Escape to make a breakthrough. The strong wind pressed Inuzuka Kiba against the wall like a giant hand. This crane tail finally showed his fangs. The screen lights up again. My name was clearly mentioned in the last Izewe battle. Locke, that bushy-browed boy, jumped off the stands. With Met K's permission, he took off the weight on his legs. Two heavy-weighted iron pieces fell to the ground. With a dull roar, the ground instantly collapsed into a spider web shape. He moves his hands and feet. Burning eyes. The 10th round officially begins. Gale's voice has not yet finished. Locke's figure disappeared out of thin air. Suddenly appeared on my left side. A kick that tears apart the air. I stand where I am. Hands hidden in wide cuffs. Didn't move. Just facing that after image. Gently exhaling a mouthful of air into your face. Windshield breakthrough. The airflow exploded beside me. Lockley was directly thrown away by this arrogant force. I was in less than 3 seconds. Predicted his landing point. Dead silence.